Once again, students, welcome back for the course that we are discussing, that we are taking up about work-based learning project. Students, hope up till now you must have learned something, at least you have developed some idea about this course, about in general something about work-based learning and few of the theories that are related that supports work-based learning. So the things that we have covered previously include understanding of the concept, relating theories to the concept of work-based learning, and many other things, how to make learning concrete, what are the types of knowledge that are generally imparted by the universities, what are the gaps which are still in need of taking care of, what is the benefit of work-based learning to the students, to the employers, to the community as a whole, and especially to the universities. So students, now onwards, now we are interested to look into the practical side as well, since theoretical side is important, but when it comes to practice, when it comes to workplace, when it comes to looking at the things, dealing with the things in practice, actually involving oneself in the practical problems, so without skills it is not possible. So in the upcoming lecture we are going to look at what are the skills that are needed for a person to develop for working effectively in the organizations, for dealing with the ever-changing scenarios, for dealing with the situations that are arising out of the blue moons. So, taking course of work-based learning enables us to learn something about the skills that are needed at work. Few work-related skills that are generally used in the organizations, that are generally practiced while dealing with different situations, while practically effectively working in the organizations. Here is a list of skills. Let's go through the skills one by one. First of all, it is important to understand that this is not something final. This is not the final list. There might be certain other skills that are not a part of this lecture. Some technical skills, skills related to medicine, MBBS doctors, skills related to computer science students, skills required for performing mathematical jobs. लेकिन ये कुछ ऐसी skills हैं जो कि एक मैनेजमेंट के स्टूडेंट को समझनी चाहिए, आनी चाहिए, क्योंकि आमतौर पर जब मैनेजमेंट आपका स्टूडेंट किसी प्रोजेक्ट को ज्वाइन करता है, किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्वाइन करता है, चाहे प्रैक्टिकली करे, चाहे पार्शली करे, चाहे परमानेंटली करे, he has to know about dealing with certain situations and he must know about the things. So few of the things that he has to learn and that he learns from work-based learning includes action planning, entrepreneurship, decision making. For the time being, we will be discussing decision making in terms of problem solving by taking a particular example of a workplace, negotiation, social networking, resource utilization, self-appraisal, team working, effective communication. Students, इनकी इम्पोर्टेंस की इंटेंसिटी, इनका सीक्वेंस, इनकी ज़रूरत, इनकी अहमियत मुख्तलिफ हो सकती है, चेंज हो सकती है with the change in the situation, with the change in the requirements of the situation, with the change in the organization. So ये कह देना कि यही सारी स्किल्स हैं, ये काफ़ी ना होगा. Starting with the first one, that is about action planning. क्या कभी ज़िंदगी में अपनी नॉर्मल लाइफ में अगर आप नज़र दौड़ाएं तो क्या कभी आपने एक्शन प्लानिंग की? यस, हम लोग जनरली जब कभी भी कोई काम करने लगते हैं, जब कभी भी कोई काम स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो हम लोग अपने एक्शंस को, अपने काम को कुछ ऑर्गेनाइज करने की कोशिश करते हैं, कुछ सीक्वेंस बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं, कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ को आपस में लिंक अप करने की कोशिश करते हैं. अगर मैं ये कहूँ कि हम डेली बेसिस पे एक्शन प्लानिंग करते हैं, तो आपका क्या ख्याल है? मैं गलत हूँ? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. हम डेली बेसिस पे अपने एक्शंस को प्लान करने की कोशिश करते हैं, हम एक्टिविटीज़ को लाइन अप करने की कोशिश करते हैं. बट when it comes to organizations, how we define action planning? The definition of action planning is, it is about learning, defining a goal and devising means to achieve that goal within a given period of time. दो बातें हमारे सामने आती हैं. एक तो ये कि गोल जो है उसको अचीव कैसे किया जाए और कितने टाइम पीरियड में किया जाए. So you are concerned with the things known as procedures. You have to take care of the resources. You have to take care of the time. कहने का मतलब ये, कोई भी गोल आपने सेट किया, सपोज आपने गोल सेट किया कि यू विल अचीव MS डिग्री इन प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट. गोल तो सेट हो गया, अब आपका एक्शन क्या होगा, एक्शन प्लान क्या होगा, Now you have to take care of the requirements for fulfilling this goal. You have to develop the alternatives. You have to develop you may adopt different procedures that are necessary to solve this problem of achievement of MS degree in project management, or maybe whatever degree that you want to achieve. So students, it states that it is about learning about defining a goal and devising means to achieve that goal within a given period of time. You have to take care of time. Agar time elapse ho gaya, if you took more time to complete or achieve that goal, so that goal will be, or we may say that although that goal will be achieved by one way or the other, but we will say that you were lacking action planning. When an individual, when a student, after completing his formal studies from university, from school, college, joins any workplace, so what he learns over there, as well as at first the requirement is to have some basic know-how about action planning, and when he joins actual workplace, he might be requiring it, he might be implementing it. For implementation, he must know something about it. Action plan is comprised of three basic components. The three basic components of action planning includes specific task, what will be done and by whom. First of all, you have to clarify, you have to identify, you have to designate the tasks. What is to be done, करना क्या है, और फिर कौन करेगा, who will perform a certain task. Suppose you have been deputed as a project manager in some organization, and you have been told to complete construction of a bridge by providing you with some resources and time. So you are responsible for completing that bridge within a given period of time by utilizing the given resources. Now you have to identify your task is complete, your task is clear, you are clear about that what is to be done, specification of the task to be done is clear, your goal is defined. So, being a project manager, you are clear about what is to be done. Now you are responsible for allocating the people, allocating the responsibility about the specific activities that helps you to complete the construction of a bridge. So you nominate few people who will be responsible for performing different activities. When you specify the people to complete their required tasks, it pertains to specifications. It pertains to assigning of specific tasks to the relevant people. Second important element of action planning is time horizon. You should be capable enough of allocating the time and managing the time, managing the activities to be fulfilled in time. If you are doing so, you are involved in action planning. The third element that is important, the third thing that you have to learn for the sake of action planning, that is resource allocation. What specific funds are available for specific activities? फंड्स का लफ्ज़ यहाँ पर यूज़ हुआ है. लाजमी नहीं है कि सिर्फ फंड्स ही हों, क्यों जब हम रिसोर्सेज की बात करते हैं तो रिसोर्सेज में सिर्फ फंड्स नहीं आते, फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज नहीं आते, बल्कि फंड्स में और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ जाती हैं. इट कैन बी जब रिसोर्सेज की बात करते हैं तो रिसोर्स में तो मटेरियल भी हो सकता है, रिसोर्स में ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज भी हो सकते हैं, रिसोर्स में फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज भी हो सकते हैं, रिसोर्स में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी फॉर दैट मैटर हो सकता है, टूल्स, मशीनरी अवेलेबल, इस तरह की चीज़ें भी हो सकती हैं. सो यहाँ पे तीन एलिमेंट्स को समझ लेना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है जस्ट टू डेवलप अ कॉन्सेप्ट अबाउट एक्शन प्लानिंग, जिसमें कि सबसे पहले यू शुड बी completely clear about the tasks that are to be done, and the term that has been used over here is specified or specific tasks. You have to learn how to deal with time horizon, when will it be done, starting date क्या है, completion date क्या है, resource allocation, what specific funds are available for specific activities. Since construction of a bridge is a combination of certain activities, so based on the activities, based on the responsibilities that you assign to different people, you are the one to allocate the resources. अगर ब्रिज, चूँकि आप एक प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर थे, आपको गिवन टाइम में ब्रिज कंप्लीट करना था, अगर ब्रिज कंप्लीट हो गया गिवन टाइम में, मीन्स टू से यू हैव अकम्प्लिश्ड योर प्रोजेक्ट, यू हैव कंप्लीटेड योर प्रोजेक्ट. इसका इफेक्ट आपको क्या होगा, इसका इफेक्ट आपके बिजनेस पे क्या होगा, और इन केस यू फेल टू डू दैट तो क्या इफेक्ट आएगा. Since you are a project manager and you are doing different projects for organization A, for organization B, for organization C, and so on, if you are capable of managing the resources and the time, if you complete the projects in time, your business will be flourishing, people will be looking for you, you will be performing activities as required, there will be a demand for you to complete the projects of people, people will prefer you to assign you tasks, give you projects, and definitely projects will earn you money. On the other hand, your business will be ruined and there will be no demand and you will be out of the market. Students, this was one of the necessary skill that is to be learned that is to be acquired by the students. Moving ahead with the skills that are generally used and is required by the students to learn at universities and to learn practically while at work. That is about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship pertains to the capacity and willingness to develop, organize and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. So students, entrepreneurship क्या है? This is about learning how to do a business, how to start a business, keeping in view the risks that are attached to entrepreneurship, that are attached to doing business. So students, कहने का मतलब ये, जब आप किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्वाइन करते हो as a worker, as an employee, another skill that you learn over there is about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship में आप क्या करते हो? Entrepreneurship में आप opportunities को identify करना, environment को scan करना, अपने लिए market openings identify करना, ये सारा कुछ सीखते हो. इन्वेस्ट करना सीखते हो, पोर्टफोलियो डेवलप करना सीखते हो, पोर्टफोलियो को मैनेज करना सीखते हो. आप ये सारी चीज़ें क्यों सीखते हो? आप ये सारी चीज़ें जब एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ज्वाइन करते हो तो व्हाई यू ट्राई टू लर्न ऑल दीज थिंग्स? बिकॉज पॉसिबल है कि अगर तो आप एम्प्लॉयर हो तो आप लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड करो. पॉसिबल है कि अगर आप खुद एम्प्लॉई हो तो आपकी जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है रिगार्डिंग एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप वो बेहतर बनाई जा सके, बेहतर हो. आपको खुद बिजनेस करना आ जाए ताकि जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का आप हिस्सा हो उसको बेनिफिट प्रोवाइड करो, या आप अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ओपन कर लो और इन्हीं प्रैक्टिसेस को अपनी बेनिफिट के लिए यूज करो. सो द सेकंड थिंग जनरली that students learn at the workplaces is related to learning about how to do a business and how to avoid risks, how to manage portfolios. Portfolio क्या होता है? How to invest in different ventures, in different available options, ताकि अगर एक साइड से, एक ऑप्शन से आपको नुकसान हो रहा है या एक तरफ से आपको बेनिफिट नहीं आ रहा तो उसको आप कवर कर सको किसी और वेंचर में इन्वेस्ट करने से. सो व्हेन यू लर्न दिस इज ऑल अबाउट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. The second point states that starting a new business to produce profits by using land, labor, capital and natural resources that are available to you. कहने का मतलब ये है स्टूडेंट्स कि entrepreneurship is the ability not only to start a business but to take care of its activities by using the combination of the resources available in terms of land, labor, capital and natural resources. And at the same time, since you are involved in doing legal activity to produce something, and the thing that you need is the ultimate profit, you work for profitability. So this is another skill that generally students learn while going to the workplaces, because they have to interact with the boss, they have to interact with the people, working in that organization. Suppose if you go for internship, that is a shorter period of placement in Nestle. Don't you like to learn how Nestle works? Don't you like to learn how Nestle made its place in the marketplace? Definitely you will. आप प्रेफर करोगे कि आप लर्न करो कि नेस्ले जो इतना बड़ा बिजनेस चला रहा है कैसे चला रहा है. इसी तरह से अगर आप KFC में जॉब करते हो या इस तरह से किसी भी MNC में या जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लोकली आपको अवेलेबल हैं उनमें आप जॉब परफॉर्म करते हो, you will definitely try to learn how these businesses are running. So this is another ability, this is another competency, this is another skill that you will develop while moving from your universities to the actual workplaces. Another skill that generally students develop while interacting with the organizations is known as decision making. Decision making is something that when an individual takes logical decisions with respect to assessing different alternatives available to him, and when he tries to choose the best which suits to his situation, the best which helps him to solve the problem that he is facing currently with. So while going through the first point displayed on the slide, we will be able to understand what decision making is. Decision making is the thought process of selecting a logical choice from the available options. When you choose the appropriate way of action to accomplish your problem, to accomplish your task, to solve your problem, so that is known as decision making. In simple words, we may say that choosing among the different alternatives available, and definitely the alternate that we choose will be appropriate with respect to the problem that we are facing, so that will be known as decision making. इसके एक एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. आप अपनी कंपनी जो कि पेशावर में सिचुएटेड है उसके मैनेजर हो. You have to attend a conference in Karachi after 3 days, and you have multiple options to travel to Karachi for attending that conference. What way will you choose? What option will you choose will be about decision making. Suppose आपके पास ट्रैवलिंग बाय एयर की ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है, आपके पास ट्रैवलिंग बाय ट्रेन की ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है, आपके पास ट्रैवलिंग बाय बस की ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है, आपके पास ट्रैवलिंग बाय कार की ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है. नाउ सिर्फ ये ऑप्शंस का होना ही काफ़ी नहीं है, बल्कि इन ऑप्शंस को जहन में रखते हुए, इन चीज़ों को जहन में रखते हुए कुछ और फैक्टर्स भी मौजूद होते हैं जो कि आपको डिसाइड करने में या हेल्प करते हैं या डिसाइड करने से रोकते हैं, या सही फैसला करने देते हैं या सही फैसला नहीं करने देते. Suppose the things that are important to you is time, and you have relaxed फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन, मीन्स टू से आपके लिए टाइम बचाना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, टाइम बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, और पैसा खैर पैसे आपके पास हैं या आपको कंपनी की तरफ से फ्री विजिट अलाउ हो जाएगा, द कॉस्ट विल बी कवर्ड बाय द कंपनी. What will you do? Which way of reaching Karachi will you choose? Definitely, what seems feasible over here is the traveling by an aeroplane. Whereas, एक ऐसा बंदा है या आप being a manager, फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस में है आपकी कंपनी, and company cannot afford your airfare, company cannot afford to pay you any extra penny, आपके फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज इतने नहीं हैं कि आप एयरफेयर बज़ाते खुद अपनी जेब से अफोर्ड कर सको. In this very situation, what will you do? You may prefer to go by bus or may prefer to go by train, keeping in view the financial aspect. So this is how students we generally take decisions, and this is how we generally develop alternatives and try to solve our problems. Looking at the second point given on the slide, that is about the process of decision making. Generally, what steps we take into consideration while we are making decisions. So, again, creating a scenario regarding you are a manager of a company, maybe your own company, or maybe you are working somewhere and you have been assigned a task of replacement of the computers. So you have to take care of the replacement of the computers. So how will you decide? Let's first go through the steps, the process that is generally involved in decision making, and then later on putting the example of replacement of the computers, or maybe installing computers for the first time in our organization. Your organization is in need of computers. हुआ ये कि या तो पहले कंप्यूटर्स इंस्टॉल्ड ही नहीं थे, या जो पहले की टेक्नोलॉजी, जो पहले के कंप्यूटर्स ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल थे वो ऑब्सलीट हो चुके. Now there is a requirement, now there is a demand that your organization should be equipped with new updated computers. So the process that you may follow include the following steps. The process starts with define the problem, identify the decision criteria, allocate weights to the criteria, develop the alternatives, evaluate the alternatives, select the best alternative. Okay, एक चीज़ और यहाँ पे बताना मैं ज़रूरी समझता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, कि क्या ये लाजमी है कि हमेशा हम इन 6 के 6 स्टेप्स को ज़रूर आइडेंटिफाई भी करें, रिकग्नाइज भी करें और इनको सामने रखते हुए डिसीजंस लें? शायद इनिशियली तो ठीक है, व्हेन यू आर अ लर्नर, व्हेन यू आर अ बिगिनर, व्हेन यू टेक स्टार्ट for making decisions, तो शायद आपको डिसीजंस सीखने के लिए ये सारा कुछ करना पड़ता हो, लेकिन with the passage of time, with experience, with the level of knowledge, with the time you spent in that organization, that is the tenure, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप unconsciously करने लगते हो, बहुत सारी चीज़ें automatically होना शुरू हो जाती हैं, and you may not require to go through all these steps. You may not require to recognize each and every step and write down, and then you take the decisions. At times, the time is that much short that you may not be able to do all these things by recognizing or by writing. But generally, जब कभी भी हम decisions लेते हैं तो ये सारी चीज़ें automatically वहाँ पे मौजूद होती हैं, लेकिन शायद हम लोग उस चीज़ को रिकग्नाइज नहीं कर रहे होते. ओके, आपको कंप्यूटर्स लेने हैं. द प्रॉब्लम इज टू इंस्टॉल कंप्यूटर्स इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. प्रॉब्लम इज क्लियर. You have identified it. You have clearly defined it. The second thing, identify the decision criteria. डिसीजन क्राइटेरिया में बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ जाएंगी. टाइम, फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज, मॉडल और रिक्वायरमेंट of the computer, specifications of the computer that fulfills your requirement, and so on. So, first you will define the criteria. On the basis of what criteria will you be going to choose computers? Which company you will prefer to buy? Computers made of which company you will prefer to be installed in your organization. Then you come to the third step, that is allocate weights to the criteria. Okay, suppose for the time being we may say that criteria for buying computers is that the computers that we are going to install or purchase for our organization should include Pentium 4s, should have 40 GB hard disk, should have color display for the time being. Now we have set a criteria that we are looking for 40 GB hard disk, Pentium 4 and colored display. Now we will try to explore other companies or the companies that are offering these three things to us. Price is another factor that matters a lot. Now we have identified the criteria. Now we have to allocate the weights. Company A is providing these three things, but one of the things is not that much of good quality. Company B is offering these three things. Two of the things are better than the previous company. Company C is also offering these three things that we need. Now, criteria has been set as well as criteria has been graded as well. You have allocated the weights. Which of the thing is more important for you to have in your organization? Now you will develop alternatives from where to buy. From your own city, may order the company directly, may go to a bigger city and buy. After development of the alternatives, you have to evaluate the alternatives, that upon reaching that equipment in your office, how much will it take time and how much will it cost you. On the basis of this, you have decided, you have finalized that to buy from your own city will be convenient. So at the end of the day, you bought from your own city and installed the equipment required for your organization in the offices. क्या यहाँ पे आप लोग समझते हैं कि आपका डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस ख़त्म हो गया? नहीं स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसा नहीं है. आपने चीज़ ले ली, इंस्टॉल कर दी. नाउ another phase starts, which is about evaluation of the decision, कि जो डिसीजन आपने लिया क्या वो सही था, क्या वो गलत था, क्या आपको ऐसा ही करना चाहिए था, क्या आपको ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, क्या जो सिस्टम आपने इंस्टॉल किए हैं दे आर फुलफिलिंग योर नीड्स, दे आर फुलफिलिंग योर रिक्वायरमेंट्स. हाँ, अगर तो ऐसा है कि दे आर फुलफिलिंग द रिक्वायरमेंट्स, तो जो डिसीजन आपने लिया दैट विल बी सेड एज अ रैशनल डिसीजन, दैट विल बी अ लॉजिकल डिसीजन, that will be a right decision, and you by yourself will be satisfied from this decision. Otherwise this creates dissatisfaction, and again the problem starts, and again this whole of the cycle will get started. But thing to say is that we generally, when we enter the organization, when we practically deal with the people, when we practically deal with the things, we learn how to decide, what to decide, when to decide, and so on. Another skill that generally students learn when they go to the workplaces is about negotiation, dealing with two parties, dealing with the other party, dealing with different parties. Since your organization is a manufacturing concern, you have to negotiate with suppliers, you have to negotiate with customers, you have to negotiate with distributors, you have to negotiate with the financial institutions जिनके साथ आप डील कर रहे हो, जिनसे आप लोन्स ले रहे हो. So there are many parties to whom you have to negotiate, and learning how to negotiate and the techniques involved is basically are the skills that you develop while you move into some organization. It is bargaining process between two parties. Whenever there are two parties and you want to bargain on certain issue, certain thing, so it is about negotiating. So it is about coming to a common point for proper, comfortable operations. It is basically a discussion aimed at reaching on an agreement. When we say that we are in a process of agreement or we are in a process of negotiation, what do we mean by this? It means that we are convincing the other party to come on such a point that is agreed upon by both. Win-win situation. दूसरी पार्टी भी राजी, खुश and agreed to do whatever is required. हम भी राजी और खुश whatever is required. So जब दोनों parties एक point of agreement पे आ जाती हैं, so this is known as negotiation. Possible है कि negotiation आप लोग घरों में भी करते हो, possible है आप कहीं यूनिवर्सिटी लाइफ में भी नेगोशिएट करते हो किसी से, या आपने नेगोशिएशन के बारे में पढ़ा हो. लेकिन जब तक आप नेगोशिएशन किसी वर्क प्लेस में जाके by actually dealing with the parties करते नहीं हो, you may not learn the actual essence of negotiation. Generally, managers are involved in negotiation at the time of hiring an employee. Okay, here is another example related to negotiation. When managers are generally involved in negotiation, managers are involved in negotiation while they are hiring an employee. Employment interview होता है, applications मांगी जाती हैं, applications के against select किया जाता है, selection के बाद interviews call किए जाते हैं. Interviews में जो भी discussion होती है, after knowing about the skills, after discussing all the necessary points of mutual interest, a thing that is generally negotiated is salary, the pay package or the benefits that a person is going to have from that organization. Generally, terms and conditions को finalize करना, duty hours को finalize करना, for that matter duty days को finalize करना, in return जो pay package है उसको finalize करना, ये सारी चीज़ें negotiation के अंडर आ जाती हैं. Dealing with banks while obtaining loans, okay, and other point that helps us to understand that what negotiation is, या generally managers का कहाँ कहाँ वास्ता पड़ता है negotiate करने के हवाले से. जब कभी भी एक business को loans की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, funds की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो generally businesses move to the banks and banks offer them some interest rate for getting that cash for utilizing in the operations of business. तो इस रेट को फाइनलाइज करना, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स, लोन की वापसी के हवाले से इंस्टॉलमेंट्स को फाइनलाइज करना, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स, नंबर ऑफ इंस्टॉलमेंट्स प्लस अमाउंट ऑफ इंस्टॉलमेंट्स को फाइनलाइज करना इज ऑल अबाउट नेगोशिएशन. जब आप ये बैठ के दोनों पार्टीज आपने सामने बैठ के फैसला करती हैं, इस चीज़ को सॉर्ट आउट करने की कोशिश करती हैं, and you try to develop a common point of view, you come to an agreement point, so it is all about negotiation. Another thing that we learn, that we develop as a skill from workplaces is social networking. Social networking is a skill. How to communicate with the professionals, how to develop understanding with the colleagues, co-workers, subordinates, how to make all these people your friend by communicating them your good intentions. Generally, networking is based on what can I do for you, and this leads to development of a stable, cordial relationships with boss, with all the people working around you. Creating a group of associates and keeping it active through regular communication for mutual benefit. So when you are involved in developing the relationships with the people, when you are involved in understanding people and letting them understand you, so this is about social networking. कुछ benefits social networking के हमने थोड़ी देर पहले discuss किए थे when we were discussing benefits of work-based learning for students. Generally उसी किस्म के benefits आप learn करते हो, उसी किस्म की चीज़ें आप develop करना चाहते हो, क्योंकि you want to sustain for a longer period of time in the market. So without understanding of the people, at times it is not possible to sustain your operations, to sustain your job for a longer period of time. So you try to develop cordial relations with all the people around you. इसी हवाले से आजकल बहुत सॉफ्टवेयर्स भी यूज़ हो रहे हैं, बहुत सारे नेटवर्किंग साइट्स भी अवेलेबल हैं. आजकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस अपना एक डेटाबेस डेवलप करती हैं जिसमें कि आपकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को स्टोर कर दिया जाता है बीइंग एन एम्प्लॉय, which is generally displayed to the public, which is generally having open access for your colleagues, for everyone, for customers, so that they may contact you as and when required. So this is another skill that generally students develop by going to the workplaces after or during completion of their study. Another benefit, another skill that generally student learns, student develops, is about resource utilization. What basically is resource utilization? Using in effective manner the proportion of the available resources, as we have said earlier, that the resources that are required for completion of certain tasks and how to use those, how to consume those resources is a necessary thing. So you have to learn, and you will learn generally when you join some organization. So you learn how to use time, you learn how to use material resources, you learn how to deal with people around you. So utilization as per requirements of the achievement of goal leads you to learn and to deal effectively with the available organizational resources. Another thing, another skill that you learn is about self-appraisal. Self-appraisal is grading yourself, judging yourself as compared to others. How this helps you to assess yourself? This helps you to assess yourself as compared to others in terms of knowledge that you have, the skills that you have, the job experience that you hold, the knowledge that you have. So, what is the outcome of this self-appraisal? हमें इससे benefit क्या होता है? इसका फ़ायदा हमें ये होता है, being an employee, that we remain motivated and satisfied. अगर हम ये देखते हैं कि हमारे साथ के जो बाकी colleagues हैं and they are having same level of qualification and at the same time they are getting the same pay, same benefits, same position within the organization. So it is known as, or it leads us, it helps us to be satisfied and remain motivated and to remain committed to our work. अगर हम ये समझते हैं वहाँ पे काम करते हुए कि we are better off as compared to the other people, हमारे पास जो skills हैं, जो knowledge है, जो benefits हमें मिल रहे हैं, जो position हमें मिली हुई है, that is comparatively better than the other people working around us, तो भी आप motivated और satisfied रहते हो. It pushes you, it remains you, it helps you to remain satisfied and be committed to the work you are doing. एक थर्ड सिनेरियो है. थर्ड सिनेरियो ये है कि अगर आप बाकियों के मुकाबले में ये समझते हो कि you are treated as inferior, other people who are having the same or same knowledge, who have got the same experience, they have been treated by the organization well as compared to you. This results in dissatisfaction or demotivation. अगर ये situation है, then you have to either look for other option, or you have to adopt such a relevant proper strategy to enhance the satisfaction level. Otherwise, there are chances that you may quit that organization. So self-appraising is another skill that a human being learn when he enters a workplace. Okay, सेल्फ अप्रेजल से बाज़ ऑप्टिमिस्टिक लोग बहुत पॉजिटिवली यूज़ करते हुए फ़ायदा उठाते हैं. When they come to know that they are lesser in knowledge as compared to other people, they try to enhance their knowledge. They try to develop or learn the skills that are required for performing that job. Since they have the positive attitude towards learning, towards acquiring the skills, towards their job as well as themselves, so they try to enhance their abilities, capacities. So in this very manner, the students or the newly employed people who have entered the organization are benefited. Another benefit of work-based learning with respect to development of the skills that are required at the workplace includes team working. At some stage, at some place, we have to deal with other people as well. We do not remain in isolation throughout the career, throughout the life, throughout the job tenure that we are spending over there. So, students, you have to develop a skill known as team working. You have to work with other people in a form of a group to accomplish the organizational goals. You are sharing a similar goal, you are sharing a common goal, whereas different 5 or 6 people are supposed to accomplish that goal. So the nature of people may be different, the educational level, the understanding level, the way of doing the things. So keeping apart all these things, you have to work and you have to manage yourself, and you have to remain consistent with the activities of that group. So what basically is team working? The process of working collaboratively with a group of people in order to achieve a goal is known as team working. बाज़ औक़ात लैंग्वेज का इशू आ सकता है, बाज़ औक़ात नॉलेज का इशू आ सकता है, बाज़ औक़ात वे ऑफ डूइंग का इशू आ सकता है, बाज़ औक़ात अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेवल का इशू आ सकता है. So you have, being a practitioner, being a learner, you have to manage all these things, and at the same time you have to avoid the conflicts with other people. अगर conflict arise हो गए, that results in wastage of time, that may distract you from achieving that goal, और आप शायद organization का या जो भी goal आपकी team को दिया गया है for achievement, you may not be able to achieve that. So what you are, being an effective manager, being an effective individual, you have to take care of all these things and become an effective member of your team. Another benefit, another skill that is to be developed, and that generally students develop while they join organizations, is about effective communication. What basically is effective communication? A two-way information sharing process which involves one party sending a message that is easily understood by the receiving party. क्या है? Sharing of information है, one party and the other party, and whatever has been communicated from the one party should be clearly, properly understood by the receiving party. कहने का मतलब ये इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन से मुराद ये है एम्बिग्विटी को रिमूव करना, एम्बिग्विटी को इरेज करना, क्लियर कट मैसेज जो आप देना चाहते हैं वही कम्युनिकेट हो दूसरी पार्टी को, बॉस से कैसे बात करनी है, हाउ टू डील विद द कल्प्रेट, हाउ टू डील विद द अचीवर्स, हाउ टू डील विद द लूजर्स, हाउ टू डील विद the time wasters. Rather, we must say that how to communicate with respect to the changing situations is all about effective communication. इसके हवाले से एक छोटी सी एग्जाम्पल डिस्कस करना चाहूँगा. एग्जाम्पल ये है कि चूँकि किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक चैलेंज जो जनरली ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को फेस करना पड़ता है दैट इज अबाउट वर्कफोर्स डाइवर्सिटी. डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड्स के लोग, डिफरेंट रिलीजन्स के लोग, डिफरेंट कल्चर्स से बिलोंग करते हुए लोग एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करने के लिए इकट्ठे होते हैं. और जब कभी भी टीम्स बनती हैं, जब कभी भी काम होता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की नॉर्मल फंक्शनिंग कैरी ऑन हो रही होती है, तो ये सारे लोग आपस में मिलजुल के काम करते हैं. इसी तरह से although this is a short story maybe, one of the research candidates from the English countries went to complete her PhD to China. अब बहुत सारे ऐसे मेटाफर्स होते हैं, बहुत सारे ऐसे idioms और phrases होते हैं जो कि आपकी लैंग्वेज में तो शायद समझे जाते हैं, लोग उनका मीनिंग जानते हैं, लेकिन बाकी कंट्रीज में शायद उस तरह से उनका मीनिंग अंडरस्टैंड नहीं किया जा सकता. तो ड्यू टू दिस लैंग्वेज गैप, ड्यू टू दिस कम्युनिकेशन गैप, हुआ क्या, रिसर्च सुपरवाइजर ने उस स्टूडेंट को एक एक्टिविटी दी और उसको कहा कि ये एक्टिविटी कल तक कंप्लीट होनी चाहिए. दैट वाज डेफिनेटली रिलेटेड टू सम रिसर्च वर्क. दैट स्टूडेंट managed to complete that activity. She has accomplished that activity and went back to that supervisor. Supervisor was having Chinese background and was not that much familiar with or expert in English language. हुआ कुछ इस तरह, जब स्टूडेंट वहाँ गई और स्टूडेंट ने अपने काम के बारे में बताना स्टार्ट किया, तो शी सेड दैट सर इट वॉज अ पीस ऑफ केक फॉर मी. सुपरवाइजर, रिसर्च सुपरवाइजर took it very wrongly and he became angry upon these words of the student. And student was unable to understand that why my supervisor got angry. The reason behind was that supervisor was unable to understand the meaning of piece of cake, whereas English people generally use this to denote that the work that you have assigned to me was not really difficult. It was an easy task and I have done it, I have completed it. But on the other hand, supervisor took it as if the student is just joking with her, joking with him. उन्होंने ये समझा कि शायद ये मेरे साथ मजाक कर रही है, गपशप लगाना चाह रही है, तो वो नाराज हो गए. हालांकि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. She was totally right that the task that was assigned to her was easy one and she has accomplished that task. तो स्टूडेंट्स, ये हम लोगों ने कुछ थोड़ी सी एग्जांपल्स, थोड़ी सी skills discuss की which were necessarily learned at the workplace by the students when they formally finish their work and join some workplace. So students, with more details, with something new, we will try to catch up together in the upcoming lectures. Have a nice day.